I'm running back between here and dinner as I'm
Yeah.
so.
Okay, I'm going to start it off well. Let's see here.
Started off with gravy, huh?
Well, I have my 3-day-old wine. Water break.
Nice. 3-day wine.
Yeah. This is my first half day in 12 days. It's great. Have I told chat what a half day is?
8 hours instead of 16?
No. So I work at a greenhouse, and I'm the manager. And we're running a little lean this year because the previous mentors, he fucked up hard. And he'll probably be in jail by the end of the year. But
he painted it blue, which is like the one thing that he couldn't have gotten wrong about a greenhouse, but he did.
Yeah. Okay, so a half day is, well, I like to describe my working schedule as I work 6 days a week, and Sunday through Monday I work full time. Saturdays though, I gotta catch this stream. I work a half day. It's only 12 hours. Because it's half the day. That makes it a half day, right?
Womp.
Totally.
That's how that works. That's how.
Oh.
That's how. If I repeat it to myself enough, it's fine. Hey there, bully. Everything's fine, right? Right? Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
I feel like I pissed off my uncle and couldn't be bothered to change the result.
Probably.
It's fine.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
This wine is tastes like a little bit like vinegar. I have no idea how that could happen.
Zhukov's unfinished report. Date. Time. A bomb went off at Vienna Station. As a result of the explosion, Stefania Lipnicka and Ignacy Wisniewski died on the spot, while Isabella Lipnicka and Kristen Kroll were taken to Praga Hospital in serious condition. Perpetrators remain unknown. In order to apprehend them, it is necessary to... Words won't bend to the author's will or salute on command. Zhukov's throat is strangled by the iron shackles of anger and desire to dispense justice to beasts who murder the innocent. But someone survived. Isabella Lipnicka and Kristen Kroll. Praga Hospital. Long life to them. Detective Zhukov loathes acts of terror. His report reveals that a certain Isabella Lipnicka and Christian Kroll survived the horrible station attack. Perhaps their testimony will get me closer to finding the Lachites.
Well, I am.
I do my best.
Oh no, you're doing great.
It is indeed Turging time.
And it's good Turgan time. Hey there, Nanomicon. I have finished my first glass of wine.
Say it with me.
My second.
Mnemonic man,
Nanomicon.
Okay.
Phenomenon. Aluminum.
And now that you've been corrected, you can keep saying it, knowing it's your choice to do so.
It's algae, friends.
The
pond scum is made of algae.
Something continues to elude me.
Meeting you was a most interesting. Let's do this again when you.
He was about to pronounce it just like I did. Okay, but what did getting that brief tell us, though, other than the fact that he really, really wants to get them, which I feel like we kind of already guessed?
Were the briefs white, or were they beige?
Worse. They were yellow. They were yellow in all the wrong spots, buddy.
That's what bleach is for.
I like how in cartoons, like Family Guy and stuff, that's their go-to for this person isn't doing well, the yellow stains in the crotch.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Now to check my map. But I want to look at them. God. Whatever. I'm out of side quests.
Time to find some more side quests.
I know. Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember. I didn't piss Uncle Veronin off. He was so pissed he had to storm off and didn't even have time to put his pass paper stamp away. He's so mad. So don't touch them. While I am away. Oh my god, yeah, remember that guy was freaking out and kept asking me if I wanted a drink over and over?
Sounds like you need to get your drink on then.
Yeah. Wonder if Abarizzi has anything fun for me. I can't remember what his nicknames for me are.
Pilgrim! How glad
Pilgrim!
I am to see my humble abode.
I'm sorry, I think I'll deal with it.
Oh my god, that was so
Feel
mean.
invited.
Howdy, Pilgrim. Nope, not dealing with this right now. Vodka like no other. If vodka could be my lover.
Nanomicmen, cursed books are you know, they're decent. They're decently fun to read.
I
They
feel
also give
bad
you
that you're
existence
pronouncing his
compare-
name differently.
Nanomicon?
Yeah, do that. Keep saying that.
What? I've been saying Nanomicmen the whole time.
You've been saying Nanomicon. You've been saying it like...
Hey, just turn on your gaslit lantern and everything's fine.
Oh.
Sorry. It is a go-to of me to do stupid gaslighting. And just seeing if people pick it up. I appreciate it when people pick it up.
I'm sorry, due to environmental concerns, we will now be electric lamp lighting.
Yeah. Evening, Bard. We're glad to have you with us. Yeah.
I tell everybody in my house I don't hear the loud buzzing of the fluorescent lamps until they go insane.
Mm-hmm. It's the real Pokemon.
Where the hell am I going? Oh yeah. I think they said they had donuts or something. You saved 917 times.
Time to save a few more.
Midas Golden Touch. Everything here is oozing with the precious hop liquid. Oh,
It's a cat. In Dwarf Fortress, that cat would have alcohol poisoning already.
it would. Pretty flowers, probably from a nearby flower shop. The flowers taste of sorrow and ash. The delicate colors of the petals fade, consumed by the need for action, retribution, revenge. To take from others what has been lost. The sensations flowing from the bouquet are intense, choking, intoxicating, frightening. They make up Wanda's trace. Join the strike, join the fight. Fellow workers, The worker collective cannot stand idly by when faced with the cruelties of the tsardom and the whims of the capitalists. The hour when the people finally take despotism to task draws ever closer. We call on you to join the strike. Our solidarity will break the enemy's resistance. If we persevere in our fight, the oppressor will be unable to cut off every head from our hydra of the revolution. Away with the exploitation. Long live the workers' cause. Warsaw Worker Committee of the Polish Socialist Party. Join the strike, join the fight. Short and to the point. No need to read the whole thing. But I did, This is the kind of media we need. The leaflet burns with the flame of a just cause. The fire that consumes it is aimed against the occupant, the master, the oppressor, against anyone who torments the Polish working class. Proletarians of all countries unite. Go forth, Warsaw. On the streets of Moscow, the people are fighting the tsardom. The land that has forever housed the capital of the Tsars is soaked with the blood of the Russian proletariat, murdered with grape shot and cannons, but the people refuse to yield. They boldly raise their banner in defiance of the enemy's howling storm. An ever louder cry echoes against the walls of the Kremlin. Away with the tsardom! Long live the Constituent Assembly! Proletariat.
Constituents.
Sorry, what?
I said the constituents. For the constituents.
Proletariats of all countries unite, a slogan popular among socialists rather than socialites. No wonder. It's not immediately apparent, but this establishment is a meeting place for revolutionaries. What's more, Wanda's here. The bouquet is fresh, and without a doubt, she's the one who brought it here. It's hard to mistake her trace for any other. Those sewers have got to be a Jewish scam, right? It gots to be. Why can't they just shit in the street like good Christians, guys?
Food is so much work.
Tis. Don't be starting that conversation,
What, having someone deposit food directly into my mouth?
No, in chat,
Is that cat and stuff too?
You bet. He stirs the beer with his tail.
Ew!
What can I get you?
Yannick.
Yeah, this is a politics-free zone unless it's directly related to the game.
Pankratze. I found him on the trash heap and he's sorta made himself at home here.
Well fed, well groomed. The happiest cat in the neighborhood.
Aww.
You think? Thanks.
Oh.
I feed him liver. I think he likes it. He always wants more.
I think he's part horse.
Also, the way that paw moved hurt.
Nay.
Yes, one donut, please.
Even if I had any, I wouldn't recommend them.
But I heard I was supposed to order a donut. Here.
It's
Bullet
all right,
britches.
Yannick. I know him. Trouble follows you wherever you go.
Well, that makes two of us. Can we speak in private?
If I must.
That was a very way too fast a cut.
Zero.
If I'm,
Don't move a muscle.
It only does 2 damage.
This situation
Forgive
seems
our caution.
familiar.
Despite those delightful moments in the cell, I still don't trust you.
The ones who get out so quickly have friends in high places. What about you, Shulsky?
Oh yeah, Commissioner.
Meet Michal, and tell us, what do you actually want?
Oh, your pride is too low.
Yeah, I know.
We passed it in
I'm only
fairly
sprinkling it in.
unfavorable circumstances.
Forgive me, Victor, but I have no desire to reveal all my secrets to you. Can we get to the point?
I need help.
And I'll help you because I'm a nice neighborhood girl, right?
Exactly. I could sense you had a heart of gold.
Speak.
I'm giving you a chance.
He's a
You
lefty.
can leave us.
He's alrighty in my book.
Come, Victor. Tell me what brings you here.
Ask what she's doing this evening.
So these are the famous suites.
Hey, baby.
Underground combat. Are you from the PPS?
The friendly neighborhood girl threw you off?
I didn't fall for it for 1 second.
You're a terrible liar. What brings you to this sweet place?
Ask about the Dutch pomade. Oh yeah, right, it was stolen. I remember.
You stole the Dutch pomade shipment? I read about it on the
Money,
train
I
from
guess.
Vienna.
We're famous. Yes, that's true. But I won't tell you where it is, nor what it will be used for.
Explosives? I would guess explosives.
I like explosives.
Explosives are good. As long as they're not too close to me.
Big bada boom.
Hey, I'm googling something. Could be using it for medicine, I guess. That's gonna bother me until they tell me what the fuck they're using it for.
The PPS has extensive structures.
Medical
Most members
reasons.
engage in demonstrations or meetings, underground lectures.
I know a certain woman who's keenly interested in them.
Bring her sometime.
Maybe someday.
We're part of the PPS Combat Organization. We use more radical methods.
Do you shoot as well, or just carry ammo?
Want to find out?
Is Bergrodby's cafe frequented only by your sympathizers?
No, but the name is known only by a select few.
Why did the PPS choose this particular place?
It's just one of many where we get together. The beer is drinkable here, and the boys are nice.
Who are we killing all of?
Actually, something else brings me here. What are you up to this evening?
Is that an offer, or are you just nosy?
I'm curious, that's all.
Tonight, I am overthrowing the patriarchy. Will you join me?
Sure, why not?
Sure.
With pleasure. Just us and the sounds of a crumbling tyranny would be the perfect date.
It's hard for me to deny that, but seriously, I have plans. And that's all I'm willing to say on the topic. Is there anything else you wanted to ask?
Why are we killing the terrorists? I'm confused.
Because they're terrorists, and terrorists are terrorists because we want to kill them.
I'm looking for a particular
It proves
man.
itself,
He's a
right?
doctor and a thaumaturge. He treats people with rather radical views.
Who do you mean? Us?
Ammunition in your tights, lying low in cellars, the smell of Dutch pomade in your hair. I can sense letters, like PP.
We already had this conversation.
I'm sorry. We don't betray our comrades to anyone who asks.
Oh,
So
he's talking
we
about the
do know
doctor.
one another after all.
Who knows?
How about this? I won't ask for anything else, but please, pass something on to him from me.
Are you praying to an onion?
Hush. What should I pass on to this doctor?
Herr Doctor. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap.
I think I'm leaving a trace on it.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Trace of these nuts. Is that an onion?
Bard, you know these people are being like secret policed and stuff, right?
Yes,
But
Gestapo.
it's
Done.
just don't worry about it.
What can you make out of that? Cough syrup?
Just pass it on to him. He'll know.
Yes, you drink it, it'll make you cough.
You're peculiar. Anything else?
What do you know about the Lehites, the new stars of the revolution?
You're asking me because you thought that was your best bet?
Womp womp womp.
I don't know much about your struggle. I came to ask experts.
Don't be so smart.
What do you think about their manifesto?
They only did it for recognition. Pathetic, amateurish methods of getting attention. I despise them all. But maybe you can help the lady. Do you know where to find them?
Okay, you really need to drop the
I'm
subject,
trying to
but
figure it out.
seriously.
No,
Just don't
Yeah.
forget to come and tell me. I'll gladly sort them out myself.
In other news, it was really windy here today. Like, holy crap. I had all the trees today and yesterday had to go down for a nap because I think yesterday we almost had a plow wind. Because it was like calm, and then like 80-kilometer-an-hour winds, and they didn't let up for a while. Like, I was getting worried.
That is windy.
Yep, it's still windy
I'll be off
today.
now.
If I get an answer from
Well, hopefully
the
your wind
doctor,
breaks.
I'll let you know. Look after yourself.
I mean, we sold enough of them.
Womp.
Women of the world, unite across social classes. Fight for the better future of your sex. Fight for your right to study, your right to work. For your suffrage, for our equality. We deserve it all. Georgy Antonovich Scalon was born October 24th, 1847 in Petersburg. From early childhood, the pearl of the Russian Empire opened his heart to the beauty of Russian culture, and an upbringing in a respectable, patriotic family provided him the best possible chance of development. Thus, the son of Anton Antonovich and Yulia Yegorovna has always been destined for greatness, an only child with exceptional intellectual abilities and a pure, kind heart. He gained the respect of the people around him from very early childhood when some pages are missing. Is that one of those things with a whole lot of tentacles? I'll let you know if we do.
And eyeballs.
Yes, I will let you know if anything we find has an abundance of tentacles or eyeballs.
Just imagine a large trash bag with eyes.
Yeah,
Smells
I
like
feel
a
like I've
bacon.
fought those before in campaigns. You're right, I cannot speak about the feelings as openly as you can, but I also know there's a reason I keep my heart quiet. Wanda, our people rely on us. Dozens of people with pure minds who seek a free and independent Poland. People who risk their lives every day to make that dream come true. We owe it to them to show no weakness. However, if your life were at stake, I would move heaven and earth, and I would sacrifice anything, including my hopes for a free country, the lives of our friends, and my own soul to save you. This is my weakness that only you can know about, no one else. Please, burn this letter, bury me in your heart, and forget about what we could have had. Give up, my love. This one time, I am begging you. Give up. Aww. What do the deep ones look like? Fish people, I think?
Depends which deep ones. If they're the underground deep ones, then I think they look like bald people.
I am not sure if we've seen any of them. We've met Krampus.
The good old Krampus.
He has a kid in his backpack.
An echidna?
A kid.
I would prefer it's not an echidna, because an echidna is terrifying.
Bujvidoa rightly states that today's woman is not herself, does not feel like an individual in her own right or for her own sake. She is Adam's rib, and she is servant. The man's slave, his complement, support, comfort, solace, ornament. Are we not all treated that way? Regardless of our achievements, we are still met with disregard. A woman may have the wisdom of an owl and the slyness of a fox, but still she will be treated like a stupid sheep. But the times are changing. They are changing because, contrary to what men think, I am not a sheep. I am a lioness, and I am hungry. Yadwiga K.
Rar. Double
I
rar.
am woman, hear me roar.
Have you missed me already? I will deliver your onion, don't worry.
I'll be off now.
Too bad. Stay
do
out
the
of trouble,
talking.
wizard.
I think we saw a mermaid or something.
Merman.
I can bring it up, huh? Once we're, Those
A
sewers
mermorsel?
have got to be a Jewish scam. That dude just... Oh my god, I'm getting out of here. God forbid you people wash your fucking hands. You're disgusting. You disgust me. Huh?
But what about the flavor? The hand flavor.
My tummy has the rumblies that only hands can cure.
I have a rumbly in my tumblies only hands can cure. God damn it.
Pre-digested food.
Let me see if I didn't miss any new quests. I just don't want to dig through my journal to find all of my salutors when you and I both... When all of us know I'm going to be in a fist fight in like 3 minutes, huh?
That is true.
I forgot what was in here. Oh yeah, I was looking at where Rasputin was praying and stuff. Aw, I can't talk to the priest anymore. I want to rat on Rasputin though.
A Rasputin? Rasputin?
Yeah, the closest we've gotten is a, I think it's called a Selkie or something. The particular breed of...
Kelpie?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's Kelpie. Just don't steal their... What's the thing you steal from a Kelpie to make? Like, I think you steal their pelts? Or something?
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Depending on which version, one of the Kelpies is they basically like have like a seal skin, and they wear it, and that turns them into their form. But they can turn to a human. But if you steal their skin, then they can't turn back, and they get very upsetting spaghetti.
Yeah. Also, you've effectively enslaved them,
Yeah.
which is one reason they're upset.
Yeah. Within reason.
Selkie are Celtic creatures that can shapeshift between human and seal forms by removing or putting on their seal skin.
Yep.
And that is what we got. I think... Hang on.
Yeah, because a Kelpie is a horse.
Yeah, it's just a seahorse horse, isn't it?
Of course.
Okay, Mr. Ed. Sorry.
Wilbur.
It's been a long time since I seen that show. A long, long time.
That horse ate a lot of peanut butter.
Did it?
That's how they got it to get it to move his lips. They put peanut butter in his mouth.
Is that why the horse was so fat?
Yep.
Yeah.
Why does it keep telling me there's something... Oh, yeah. I'm so confused.
Don't worry.
Maybe
We
it
all
wants me to either investigate the hospital or the detonation site.
Kaboom!
Detonation.
Yeah, let's go look at the detonation site. Street lamps. Ooh la la.
Or were there any other shows that had, like, a horse as the main character? Or was Mr. Ed, like, the only one that ever did
BoJack
that?
Horseman.
Yeah, BoJack, I guess.
There was
I'll
one
take
kid's
it.
show
I'll
about a
take it.
circus horse, but I cannot remember the name of it. Oi, don't make me tell Auntie.
Oi! The Uma's thinking they don't know.
I'll just walk. Why are there no guards out front?
Just don't worry about it. It's because they're watching you. They're always watching you.
The Uma's always be watching.
I mean, I know I'm watching.
I'm watching right now.
Mm-hmm.
That dude just dissed my hair, didn't he?
Wouldn't you? I'd diss my own hair.
But I have a pass.
Is this the way to the platform?
Niet, no entry. Tishto, Nyai Swiss show what happened here.
Leave,
My
friend.
no, what
You are
happened?
no friend of mine.
There was an attack. Dead bodies. Further niet.
What attack are you talking about?
The Lahite's terrorists. They planted a bomb. Dead bodies went flying all over the station. Further niet
Early
in
formed
your
radar.
budget.
No arguing with authority. There's this one.
Stop bugging me.
Whoa!
That's right. Stop bothering me. You bog.
Do not repeat that. That's a racial slur. I'm sure of it.
Yes.
Congratulations,
Yes, it is.
soldier. Exemplary attitude.
He said exactly
But
what I
really
think he
have to
said.
look around here, so if you'll just let me.
If the judge himself issued it.
Thank you. I will report to him about your stellar performance. But if you were to ask about me, I was never here.
Конечно. Spasiba.
And everybody,
Let's take
by
a
the
look
way,
around.
stretch. There we go.
A somewhat tattered companion of children's games. On the paw is embroidered the owner's name, Isa. Every fiber of the bear's being speaks with words heard many times from its young owner. Words stating that the girl loves it as much as she loves her mom or dad. I gotta find that. If there's a kid that is still alive, they need their teddy bear back.
Fair enough.
Entitles the owner to collect Order 149. The slip of paper warms my fingers with the heat still smoldering in it. It's love and commitment. It's the hope to meet his loved one and the joy over the sweet gift he's about to buy her. It's a symbol of their everlasting love. I'm jealous. Well, don't be too jealous.
Be like 5 jealous.
Where do our last thoughts go when we're doomed? These here, encased in the cool pillar, we're looking for a summer afternoon, a small boat, a chaplet of marsh marigolds adorning her hair, and a beautiful face. A wounded person leaned against this station pillar, leaving a bloody handprint. Bloodstained envelope. Underneath the scarlet stain, I can see a name with an address. Stefania Lipnicka, 22, Novodgrodska Street. The envelope was held in warm hands for a long time before it was opened. The woman expected to receive a sort of letter sooner or later, a cryptic warning, possibly laced with false friendliness, to take the little one and leave promptly. Blood. A dark crimson smudge taints the light stone surface. The acrid taste of iron and the awareness of impending death ebb away in the face of a primal, animal-like fear for the life of a child that the dying woman cannot see in the chaos after the explosion. Aww. She needs her teddy bear back, Now!
She needs her teddy bear back.
Door key, found at the attack scene. The small metal item resonates with the harsh but concerned words of a mother scolding a child, to make her understand the gravity of the situation, that the office key is not a toy. I managed to get the address and the key to Stefania Lipnicka's office. I won't mention that to the authorities. I'll go there first myself. Case fitting. It was thrust with great force into the wooden counter. A fitting from the case that held the bomb, ripped apart violently by the explosion. Before it settled on the wooden counter, it stabbed and slashed human flesh, resonating with the attacker's last words, for a free Poland, death to traitors.
Death. Death.
Yes, yes. What happened to them, I should go bug the Kroyevskis. Stupid bench, Has his saddle arrived yet? It would be funny if there was like just a solid gold-studded saddle, or a solid gold diamond-studded saddle in here.
That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't it been going for like 20 years though?
I'm sure it's fine.
No, red versus blue.
RVB?
Is red versus blue still something that exists? I thought that was done.
They kept.
Yeah,
they did keep rebooting it and stuff, and like doing sequels and prequels and stuff. And
I tried watching the first 2 seasons. I just couldn't ever get into it. I'm sorry.
I like the original series, but couldn't follow it after that.
Yeah.
Arik, you were supposed to lock the door.
Désolé, am I interrupting something?
Je suis désolé.
You can yell at me later. Let's deal with him.
Deal with him.
I'm sure that you're going to make a lot of friends by talking French to people that don't like fancy people. I wasn't the only one who decided to search the office. When I got there, I was assaulted by several
I've already
attackers.
met Arik. How about the rest? Who are you?
We are the revivers of the Holy Republic of Poland. In the name of Jesus Christ, our triune Lord.
Amen.
I want different guys to be in charge, if that's okay with everybody else. Like, I'm not against a free Poland, I just want different people to do it, if that's...
As you wish, Arik.
Ooh, controversial.
Though these guys sound like they're not going to be very nice.
Not wrong.
Yeah, Morana, that's who I pulled out of the lake. He's like, ugh, why bother? Ah, no, they have ratatatas.
What kind of ratatatas?
Just the sad single shot ones that apparently shoot corks.
Well, that's not going to do very well.
Ooh, that could be useful. Deadly schnapps, huh?
Yeah, I can drink.
That's why you should be drinking right now, I guess.
What, schnapps?
Do you have any?
No.
I've never actually had.
It's pepperminty.
None of those guys can block status effects. Ow. Ow.
I like the battle music in this game.
Me too.
It's quite nice.
Yeah, double breakdown. Break it down now, y'all. Oh, I thought it was a double breakdown. I am mistaken.
Only single breakdown. Shame.
Help me, Krampus. You've been naughty.
But not nice.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery.
Sorry, I farted. The child's whole world is contained in one picture. Every glance at the... I am sorry for having the push start button down when I did that.
That's fine.
Every glance at the child's work brought to mind the greatest of all Octobers when her dear daughter came into the world.
Dun dun dun. Tracer. Stefan. Nikia. By the way, good evening, Thunderclap Sasquatch, Vectron, Night Owl Grimace. And that's a lot of you.
An image of
no one else has chatted.
An image of the Black Madonna from the Yasna Gora Monastery. The frame remembers the quick, jittery hands that kept taking it off the wall and putting it back up, all furtively, in silence, with focus and fear of being exposed.
Nothing can be kept secret from me.
Did it need a second there?
I mean, no, but it did.
Group photo. It shows young men and women. The description reads, Vilnius, the future of the Polish intelligentsia. The glass and frame holding the photo are marked with lingering sorrow for the old days, as well as determination and a desire to justify irreversible actions. Did she do it? And maybe your kid wasn't supposed to be there? Safe hidden on the wall. It seems that it can be unlocked with a 6-digit code. When you listen intently, the cool and seemingly unfazed surface of the safe whispers words uttered over time and again. First, the month of birth. Then, 1895. In Stefania Lipnicka's office, I found a safe hidden behind the painting. The code to open it has 6 digits. 101895. Stefania's daughter's date of birth. Perhaps that's what the intruders were looking for here? Congratulatory letter. The SARS officially congratulates Stefania Lipnicka for providing evidence against a group of anti-Tsarist nature. Among the words of the letter is a devious beast of remorse. It gnaws at every thought, claws at the desire to get over what happened, and hisses at all efforts to come to terms with herself. Stefania Lipnicka betrayed the people and the cause they stood for. It's not clear why she did that, but I have a strong feeling she was the target of the attack at Vienna Station.
Evening, Postronicon. This is, how would you describe this game? Yeah,
it's an investigation RPG
/ Cthulhian Pokemon
type deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Hey, haven't you ever met a color like I have regularly met the color white and black, especially when I lift heavy objects. You just get those spots.
Oh no.
And you meet the color.
I'm sure it's healthy for you.
Yeah, you lift something heavy and it goes white. If it's too heavy, it goes black, and then you wake up a couple seconds later. Yeah.
Good time.
Hey, when somebody needs to move a number 25 tree, you just gotta lift.
We're gonna lift and slide.
Yeah.
Lift.
Sometimes a man needs to move a 45. Yeah.
Lift and slide.
The worst lift.
Lift and slide.
Old-fashioned iron stove, which was like 800 pounds, and we were pushing it up a boat ramp. And it was a wooden boat ramp, and all the steps kept breaking as we were pushing up.
That's not good.
And so, like, we just had like this big long like slide basically, and like I was on the one step that didn't break, and I was just holding it there until we managed to get a bunch of ropes and kind of pulley it our way up 1 inch at a time.
I'm gonna harass some people at the hospital.
We decided 2 nights ago to start getting some bigger trees at our place because business has just been weird this year, so we figured we'll tap into that. And turns out one of the trees we got was a 45-foot tall quaking aspen in a bucket, in a 25-gallon bucket.
Quaking ass, huh?
It's hey there, Thunderclap Sasquatch.
Oh, where's
my
Yakus? Who is Yakus, my dear?
We had to sell your teddy bear in order to pay for your hospitalization. Also, 50,000.
Isabella Lipnicka, age 8. Patient was brought in serious condition with lacerations in her head, on her head and shoulders, and metal shrapnel in her body. She regained consciousness after 3 hours. She is diagnosed with permanent loss of vision as a result of the injury.
Is her teddy bear?
So all she has left is tactile. And
wait. Is her teddy bear on the stand beside her?
No, that would be awful. I have her teddy bear, and I want to find out how to give it to her immediately. Patrick Witkowski, age 31. Patient admitted with a nail driven into his skull from the occipital side. He came in on his own, feels well. Prognosis cautious. Date set for surgery September 20th.
Big concern energy. Yes, Night Owl.
Camille Tarchinsky, age 28. Patient's been suffering from consumption for several months. Has agreed to start experimental treatment with mercury following Professor Heller's method. He's gonna be... But antibiotics are gonna be ready soon, But if you just wait, the antibiotics will exist, Please. Just wait.
From my understanding, mercury being consumed in the stomach is way safer than mercury vapors.
I'm with a patient. What do you want?
Yeah.
I'm investigating the attack.
I don't know if you ever burped and tasted what you just ate.
What agency are you with?
May I have a word with you?
Yes, sir.
I brought her teddy bear. Please, give it to her later.
That's nice. Although, you know...
I know that this won't bring back her mother or her eyes.
Still, thank you.
I don't think she understands how important that is right now,
What do you think she was doing at the station?
I can surmise that she and her mother had either just arrived or were about to depart. Stefania Lipnitska. All I know is that she died in the attack.
The girl who lost her sight is the daughter of one of the attack victims, Stefania Lipnicka. It sounds like she is one of the attack victims, A dying Stefania Lipnicka looked out for her daughter in panic. The girl, Isabella, was luckier than her mother, but lost her sight in the explosion.
How's the young patient doing?
She finally fell asleep and is a lot calmer now. But unfortunately, we couldn't save her eyesight. For a while after the operation, she would cry out for her mother and her teddy bear.
Oh, you can see her eyes.
The last thing she saw was her mother's death. What else would you like to know?
When are you gonna give her the fucking teddy bear,
Maybe I'll return later.
Give her the bear now.
He sticks back.
I am not asking. I'll be back with questions, and when I'm back, that child better have her fucking bear, I ain't fucking around. Yeah, I suppose we can all agree that we don't like terrorists. That's not very political. That's just disagreeing with some very extremely unsavory methods. With that said, what do you say we Noot, can I stop sounding stereotypically Canadian? No, I can't. It's a speech impediment that I can't even hear on my own anymore.
I don't understand. Newt doesn't sound Canadian to me. He sounds perfectly normal. It's like he doesn't exaggerate his vowels and everything sounds perfectly normal. What are you all talking about?
He's talking about the speech impediment at the end of every sentence, but I think people hear it as
That's not an
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's weird.
Like, if you want to keep starting to hear people talking like, you just need to talk a little bit about the people over here. Yeah. So it's along, you know. Yeah. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Either way, Al, I just want you to know I'm not offended. I'm leaving for 5 minutes, but I was actually literally saying that as I turned my head and saw you say that. So it's no
Evening
big.
there, Load One.
I'm not ashamed of it, so no biggie. Anyway, what do we say we all stretch our legs and take 5, and we shall be back.
Yeah. I'll stretch my legs when my pizza shows up.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Noot, noot.
So what's new with you there, Lone Wolf? Did you walk away too? Am I the only one here? Have they left me in charge? This is terrifying. This is absolutely terrifying. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not sure what I shouldn't do either. Anyone have any suggestions for what I shouldn't do? What should do? Hey there, Bard. Bard, you know what? Right now, I know you're always there. I am also like a sheet and a half to the wind because I'm a cheap drunk. And I get affected pretty damn fast. 2 glasses of wine, and yeah, I'm done.
I hear you.
Nice. Night Owl, I greatly appreciate that link. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I live right on the board of, Canada-stan, so
Yeah, but you live on the northern border of Kanakistan.
actually your western border.
Oh, you're in that part. Neat.
Yeah, right near BC.
Yeah, sorry, I thought you were by the north-south line, not the east-west line in that little peninsula island.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The little
And the
strip of line that
archipelago.
stole our coast. You stole our coast. Yeah, I don't really fucking care. It's not like there's all that much out there except impassable land. Let's be honest.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Like, if you walk, 3 kilometers off the road, is anyone ever going to find your body?
If you walk 10 feet off the road,
there's a chance. There's a chance.
Hello.
We've got rocks and trees and trees and rocks and rocks and trees and trees and rocks. And rocks and trees and trees and rocks and rocks and trees and trees and rocks and water. In Canada, 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 Canada. Best Arrogant Worms song. Best for road trips.
Oh yeah, I'm out for a rep by.
You gonna go kitty corner to the liquor store?
No, it by.
Liquor board is it's open 24/7 this time, Harry.
Oh, you lucky bastards! Ours closes at 9.
No. I'm in Saskatchewan, stand. We know how to keep it going good, hoser.
Christian Kroll has
Oh yeah, you don't
multiple
say.
lacerations across the body, conscious, reflexes normal, stable condition, no threat to his life. Will pull through despite the wounds he has suffered. The common name of a common man with a common desire. A man repeating like a mantra that someday the world will hear about him. Why do I feel like I've heard of him, though? Weird. Maybe it's just the surname.
Could be.
Surname a lot.
Yeah.
Hello?
What is it this time, and where are my things? Give me back my clothes already so I can get out of here. Unless you want to shove a thermometer up my ass again, let's have it then, because I'm drowsy. And morphine. I'm in pain. Are you even a doctor?
The only reason I don't find this suspicious is because of those guys I helped bust out of here last stream. Otherwise, I'd be like, you're in a rush to get out of here.
You could say I'm a doctor of sorts.
Well, he has a man dress.
Like a priest.
Is there something you wish to confess?
You're no doctor. What the fuck do you want?
Doctor, give me.
How do I know that? How would I possibly know that? Oh, I would have gotten his trace.
Yep.
Okay. I'll look around a bit more.
Well then, how are you feeling?
Sleepy. You're boring me.
I'll leave you alone. For now.
I'll be back to throw wild accusations in just a moment, sir.
Excellent.
We are very, very... We have a high turnaround time here. Oh. Get well soon. Moving on.
What now? An enema?
A truth enema.
I know the station is your doing, Lehite.
I don't know what you're talking about. How about that morphine then?
Oh, I'll give you morphine. Oh, I found out that the Catholic Church has canonized no less than 3 dog people. I'm gonna let that sink in.
I'll leave you alone. For now.
Like the Titanic.
There are 3 saints in the Catholic tradition, and they have dog heads.
What has history ever taught us, anyways?
It's fine. Blood-stained flat cap, all the rage among middle-class men in Birmingham. Words of a sincere, ardent oath taken from the bottom of the heart are hidden in the fabric's patterns and bands. The flat cap's owner swore on the Holy Republic to keep the secret even in the face of death. Christian Kroll is without a doubt the attacker from Vienna Station. He swore to keep it secret, but I can sense a desire for fame in him. He might lead me to the Lechites if I can make him confide in me. Yes, I did indeed just find this out.
Don't worry about it, Night Owl.
You'll
It's
forgive
fine.
me for not being aware that there are fucking dog people in the Pantheon of Saints.
I'm glad I caught you. I see you feeling better.
Well, it seems I'm a lucky guy. What is it?
Don't you want to be famous?
Did you know there's
Why
actually
won't
a
you open
straight
up
up
to me?
greyhound
After
at the
all,
Saints?
you want to send a message to the entire world.
What?
You want...
Yeah, Saint Gwynifort. It's a greyhound. That's the saint. I just looked it up. Yeah. It's a dog. 13th
Folk
century.
saint.
I mean...
No, they were officially canonized in the Catholic tradition. Look up Saint Christopher, Saint Ericus, and Saint... Algani. I'll
one
link
of the
them.
multitude of people that I'm named after.
I'll link them, no biggie.
Yeah. I mean, Bard, is that the weirdest thing you've learned about religion today? Because, like, or know about religion?
Yeah, at least dogs exist, Dog people do not.
I mean, Egypt would beg to disagree, given how much iconography they have of animal people.
Dog people are just a subclass of dog.
When Saint Christopher isn't portrayed as a dog-headed person, he's portrayed as a giant with the baby Jesus on his shoulder.
Plus, it's a jackal.
Yep.
Ugh. Where is he? Bro, you can't say the saints that never were. No, he existed. Stupid internet. You can't retcon something this badass.
Has the internet ever lied to you?
Saint Gwynifort is the actual dog. The ones I linked are the 3 dog-headed people that are allegedly saints.
You think that's what people do? They just go on the internet and lie?
Yeah.
No, obviously they don't. Nobody lies on the internet. You can believe everything that people write down.
Yeah, these guys
Someone on the internet told me that.
These guys are actually sainted by the major bodies versus the dog that's just sainted by the people in the area.
Like, I would trust any of you with anything you told me, obviously. Because you're on the internet. And that's a source that I can trust.
I want
Like,
everyone
you
to
told me
hear
the
about
gravy
you,
was good.
to admire you. Do you know who Kmicic is? He's eager to write about you. In Polish. For a Polish underground newspaper. About the heroes of the self-proclaimed struggle against the occupiers.
What are you on about? Do you know Kmicic personally?
Yes. He can't wait.
Is that so? Well, I might be able to tell it to some people, and some people will give you our answer.
Where and when can we meet?
Calm down, magician. We'll reach out to you.
I wonder what's in that part of the hospital.
It's me again.
Yes, sir.
Maybe I...
No, that's evidence. We can't give it to her, sorry. Are you allowed to be in here?
You're not allowed to be in here, so it's fine.
Why would I murder him now when I can just let him destroy his entire organization out of a desire for fame of all things, huh?
Reasons?
Brute force is pushing the windbag as clumsy fingers slip off the keys, yet there is an odd charm to the lack of finesse that seems to harmonize with the nostalgic side of Warsaw.
Carriage.
Garage.
Carriage.
Spaghetti.
I always enjoy eating my one spaghetti.
One extra long noodle.
One noodle, a spaghetti.
Oh, nice! Look at all the traffic he's getting now that he's released his new.
Yeah. Will he credit you or say you were just passé, out of fashion? Get out of my store, you lout. He won't even deign to talk to you. Nyeh. Niet. Blät.
Bliet.
There's no
What's
cheeky
the noise?
breaky
Oh.
in this house. What's the noise? Is good noise? Is bad noise? Yeah? It's fine. Ooh.
Oh, just the maid.
Over here, young master.
Unless something.
Just look at this, young master. Brigand.
Someone left a.
Did somebody throw a brick through my window?
Somebody has broken your window and left a log on the floor.
What is the meaning of this?
The Lachites,
They just dropped a deuce on the floor.
This is the message I've been waiting for.
Telephones
As
exist.
the prophecy foretold.
I wasn't gonna let her
Better
sit
sweep
there
it up
wondering.
before the young miss sees it, and then I'll call a glass worker.
I was just gonna tell her it's nothing to
I won't
worry
tell
about.
her.
Somebody threw a
It'll
brick
be
through the
our
fucking
little
window.
secret.
Indeed, exactly.
It'll be our secret. You know, strangely enough, I'm pretty sure they would just have spare windows throughout the house. So, fun fact, the reason why small window panes were all small back then like that is because glass was weak enough that on large windows with air pressure changes, it would crack.
Message
And
from.
Slazuki, we can talk. Come to the bazaar in Poloski with the hack reporter. The carriage will be waiting for you there. Don't try anything or they'll be fishing you out of the Vesturia come morning. The Lekites. You know who we are.
The things
That is not
people
what that
come up
paper
with.
says,
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's a little bit of colorful commentary when I'm reading. Just don't worry about it.
Please connect me with Fagin, the editor. Śródmieście 3490. Yes, I'll hold. Thank you.
And I wish my phone number was only 4 digits long.
Wow.
It's me, WS.
Have you learned anything?
They reached out to me. I'm keeping the brick. But someone should
Yeah, it's a free
compensate me
brick.
for
Why
the
not?
window pane.
I'll install it myself. My father was a glazier. Do
That's
you
a
know
hold
where
up.
our bloodthirsty
That is
patriots are hiding?
convenient.
You
We're
know?
supposed to meet in Pavishle near the market. They'll have a carriage waiting.
I'm on my way.
How do you think the glassmaking
And I'll
business
think
gets new
about whether
business?
I should
They go around
notify
throwing
somebody
bricks.
else.
Mm-hmm.
I join my father's business moving bricks. At very high speed.
I promote making the speed limit 90 kilometers an hour on gravel roads in the residential neighborhood. Yeah. What should I redeem right now?
Beware of butter mixed with plaster and beef that smells like weak old horse.
Let's do another water break. Oh, I don't have enough money.
Horse.
I don't have enough food. Alas. Alas!
Alack.
You see, I spend my goob on frivolous things all the time, and therefore I don't. Because you gotta spend goob to make goob. You see.
Gotta look around for Ochrana.
Any secrets? I'm surprised they just let you walk back there.
He remembers me. You don't remember. You don't forget somebody asking for a donut when you don't serve donuts, huh?
That is fair.
What's new?
So,
Victor?
that sentence pains me like a burn every time.
Don't be melodramatic.
She just said, "Let's
Is
be
there
friends."
Anything else you?
That hurts.
Yep.
So this...
What do you want to know?
You stole the Dutch pomage.
We're famous, but
I wanna
The
know.
PPS has extensive structure.
I know a certain...
Bring her some.
Maybe.
We're.
Do you...
Wanna fuck?
Actually... The Lehites.
What about them? Have you found out what den they're staying in?
They seek a meeting, but on their own terms. They said they would send a coach for me to Pavishle.
A pathetic ploy. Don't worry, I'll be there. I'll keep an eye on you.
I'll be off now.
Aren't I gonna cause friction if I tell her
Stay out
and
of
tell the
trouble.
detective though?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I guess I trust both of them to do the job. They're both accomplished. I can only tell one of them, but honestly, I think that was the person I wanted to tell. What do you guys think? Should I have told the detective or told her?
No, telling her is fine.
Yeah, I think the reporter would have gotten in trouble for meeting with these guys on top of that.
Probably.
Let's go say hi to him. Just be like, sup. And where's that guy who dubbed me King of the Thaumaturges? I want to punch his face again. Hello, TK. Oh, I think I might have mixed up where the police station is. Nope. Did that person also just call me a racial slur for Polish people?
Probably.
How can they tell when I haven't said anything?
You just got that Polish walk. You know what I mean?
Oh.
It's true.
It's quick, it's easy, and it's free.
I'll be
guys,
right
so-
back.
He'll be right back.
Thank you, Murph.
It'll be right back with these messages.
Oh, sorry, I did before. Thank you. Yeah, sorry. I'm a little tired. Thanks for. Thank you.
That was polite as hell.
Yeah, it's Canadian.
And I'm back. Sorry about that.
That was very polite of you. I heard it.
I do try and be polite, even when I'm drunk.
But only when you're drunk. When you're sober, you
Detective.
fight like an Irishman.
I'll admit I
Who's
didn't
drunk.
expect you back so soon.
Beatings will continue until murder improves.
I want to ask what you think about the Lehites' motives. Do you see them as significant?
Their motives are inconsequential to me. The effects of their methods do a lot to undermine them. What you want to know is what I think of Poles who fight for their country in this way.
That's right.
It's not worth the trouble to lose or take lives in the name of a notion so abstract as the state.
Thank you.
Is that all?
Meeting you was a most interesting experience.
Let's do this again when you find the Lehites.
Alas, I don't know where they are. Anyway, bye.
Alas, alack.
Alack.
Alas is such a great word, just like indeed.
Oh. Was somebody firing squatted here?
It's just some red paint, don't worry about it.
It very well may be. That has been a way of protesting for a long time.
By the way, evening TK as well as Mercury Alpha X. And UNC Samurai. I don't think I've said good evening to you as well.
Haunts.
Bard, it's called Beast Mode. Let's be clear. We were okay, and then we hit Beast Mode. And then it just all falls apart.
T-pose. Oh, he stopped T-posing. Yeah.
And they weren't a convention until we made it so. It's important there, Bard. Otherwise, without us, they would just still be acceptable.
Gang, Wednesday at 5. Oh my god! I found a side quest.
Nice.
Find out what foul plans the gang has. On September 3rd, after numerous complaints from residents of the apartment building, I decided to chase away the boys playing hoop rolling in the courtyard. This made them angry, and for the next hour they stood under the windows and took turns yelling. When their threats became sore, they announced that the next day they would return. If they're banned from playing, they would protest in a similar fashion. Document written on a sheet of paper slightly soiled with ash. In the courtyard of one of the tenement buildings, a group of boys likes to play hoop rolling. I'm gonna go play hoop with a bunch of kids. We're gonna play hoop stick. It's hoop sticking time. Mr. Cheslaw, I can no longer stand what is going on almost every afternoon under the windows of our 5A Broarna Street, where it used to be so quiet. Clattering, screaming, and banging on metal. Can't you hear it? Please do something about it as soon as possible.
That wasn't too hard.
A card folded in half and addressed to a watchman called Cheslaw. A resident of the tenement house at 5A Broarna Street complains about the daily noise under her windows. Kids play hopscotch or play hoops there. I get it.
Or b-ball.
No. Wrong hoops, huh?
Aren't your legs getting sore? Stupid question.
Because he doesn't have any.
I wonder exactly what...
What do you mean, who?
What do you mean?
Rastleton.
Let's... So...
I'm gonna sit on a bench even though I have a meeting scheduled because I want to play hoop ball. Or hoop. God damn it, you got me messed up now.
Hoop scotch ball.
Hoop rolling, yeah.
Poop talking?
Oh my... Did you just hear what that kid said? Or read what that kid said?
He stumbled with the book?
No, he's gotta stop playing because he has to clock in at the factory at 4.
Yeah, didn't you know?
I know that, but I don't, You know what, I'd give that poor kid a cigarette, I'm not gonna lie.
He'd just give him a couple drams of whiskey. He'll have a good evening.
I could
He'll
write...
make that joint pain go away.
I could write that rolling a wheel arduously on cobblestone is a perfect metaphor for life. Instead, I'll just admit that I had a lot of fun, huh? Nice. We used to play with a hoop and a stick. I think I'm like 12 hours late to my appointment, but it's fine,
They waited.
You're fashionably late. You wouldn't want to be fashionably early, after all.
I'm a journalist. I can be patient when I know I'll be rewarded for it.
I see that
So can
the
dogs.
hasn't arrived yet.
I'm
To
sure
be
they're
fair.
watching us. Patience. Tell me what you have for me before they get here.
I have information for you that may prove useful during the interview.
Let's start with how you convinced the Lahites to reach out.
It wasn't difficult. I tracked down the attacker. Christian Krull survived the explosion of his own bomb. He was lying in Praga hospital and is fanatically devoted to the cause.
Not bad. And the culprit was right under Zhukov's nose all this time. Is there anything else?
Ah.
Uh-oh.
What did I fuck up? Oh, I would have only... I think I would have mentioned that I told the detective if I told the detective. Oh no, but then it would say the choice is blocked.
The target of the attack was Stefania Lipnicka. She ran a foundation on Nowogrodzka Street. The Lehites found out that Lipnicka was an informant. She'd handed over members of some Polish society from Vilnius to the authorities. The bomb was meant as revenge.
So, this was an attack on her. All other victims
were unlucky bystanders, yes.
Do you have any proof of Lipnicka's betrayal?
Unfortunately.
That's not a lot.
It's
Don't
gonna
you
make
have
the kid a
anything else?
target if I did, I think.
I renewed my contact with the socialists.
Well, well. How often do you see Wanda?
They want to be as far away from the Lehites as possible, and even go so far as to treat them with hostility.
I like this dichotomy. A common goal and yet a moral challenge. I would very much like to hear the other side's version. You're doing fine. What else?
Izabela Lipnicka, Stefania's little daughter, is at Praga hospital. She lost her eyesight due to the attack.
And you probably want to suggest that I not mention her in the article.
Yeah, no shit.
The little girl lost her eyesight and her mother, and now she'll be branded as a traitor's daughter. The child has nothing to do with this.
Viktor Shulsky, knight in shining armor. Unfortunately, every truth carries a price.
This is everything I've been able to find.
I'm gonna load and not tell him
Incredible.
that.
We must
I should do that,
work
right?
together more often.
Does your conscience bother you sometimes because of the things you write?
I'm gonna look
If
around
what I
for what I
write is the
missed. So.
truth. A lot when I write to please the censors in the Courier.
What exactly do you intend to write about the Lechites?
I told you, the truth. I want to know if they're Polish patriots who made a mistake, or if they're Russian provocateurs who want to destroy the socialists. Or if they're just a bunch of lunatics.
Why can't it be all
Wait here
three?
a moment. I'll take a look.
Alright, what did I miss? Maybe I'll go back to the station.
Oh. That's a tough loading screen. In Warsaw.
I'm gonna find out if talking
all roads lead to the site.
They're talking about the soda shop, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, that makes sense.
Mind if I take a moment to Google this and while we take 5?
Sure, go for it.
Alright, we shall be back.
I am just shoving food in my gluttonous belly right now. Sorry about that. I haven't eaten a satisfying amount in weeks.
It happens.
Well, usually when I'm working, I don't eat, and so since I'm working from 6 a.m. to the earliest I get off is 6 p.m. Yeah. And usually I'm getting off at 10 p.m. So. Mercury Alpha, unless you consider a dentist a doctor, in which case the dentist comes real damn close. Hmm. How many breath mints were you having, Mercury? I know myself. I hadn't gone to the dentist in 10 years, and they were like, "Wow, your teeth are pretty damn good." And like, what was your trick? And I was like, "Yeah, no sugar makes me vomit." And they were like, "Ah, that would explain it."
That'd be nice if sugar made me vomit. But there's
Eh,
so many things with sugar I like.
you would think so, but like the thing is, it's not an instant vomiting. It's just vomiting for about 2 weeks afterwards. I have any sugar.
Got it.
Just random, like just walking down the street. Oh, I got vomit in my mouth. Oh, kind of thing. And you just gotta choke it down. It's really
Just
kind
chew
of
it and swallow
annoying.
it back.
Yeah, I got really good at that, but it's rough when you're like just walking down the street talking with somebody. You have to turn aside and just like choke back a big mouthful of something, and they just continue your day as normal. They're like, "Are you okay?" It's like, "Yeah, no, I just had something with sweetener in it recently." It's like I can't eat things like fast food, for instance, because they have too much sugar in them.
Right.
Yeah.
Ah,
Did you figure it out?
I think so.
Neat.
A piece just fell off my chair.
I put a button on it. That's what I do.
No.
That way the screws don't hurt when you scratch yourself on them.
Oh. Alright, so I forgot I picked up a receipt for the patisserie.
Mmm.
And also I can talk to Zukov about the development.
Who cops?
Zukov.
Ooh.
Now I have to remember where the fuck the pastry shop is. Sorry, I'm also trying to get a kitty to sit with me.
Hmm.
As you can see, yeah, very high priority stuff. Yeah, if you're gonna have breath mints that often, they gotta be sugar-free, otherwise you're hurting your tooths.
Mm-hmm. Or you just swallow the whole breath mint without actually having it.
And then what? Burp up the fresh breath?
Detective.
Yeah. Swallow it
I'm
into your
afraid
lungs,
I
of
didn't
course.
expect you back so soon.
I want to ask what you think about the Lehites' motive.
Their motive?
That's right.
It's not worth the trouble. Is
meeting you.
Let's...
Small cat? My first childhood cat was a Russian blue. What? Oh. Wrong door. I was like, motherfucker. Mr. Shusky, dashing as always.
Good day, Mrs. Yagoda.
Have you worked up an appetite for a cookie?
A cookie?
A cookie.
I have a receipt for order number 149.
This must be Mr. Wisniewski's. Oh, what a delightful name that is. He orders eclairs every week for his wife. But last time, he didn't pick them up.
How about I deliver them? I need to talk to Mrs. Wisniewska.
You're a saint, child. They live nearby, just past the church. 1 Plebeinska Street.
The receipt belonged to Ignacy Wisniewski. He lived with his wife in a tenement house in Strodmiewski. Thing. Words. I don't know why I keep oh yeah, right, because of clues and such. I and R. Wisniewski. Jesus, just walk right in, why don't you? I need to use your bathroom bad. Alright, sorry about that. So my name is Victor Shulsky.
I didn't see you come in.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to startle you.
This is not the
Then
best
be
time
less
for a
startly.
visit, Mr.
I know, please forgive me. I wanted to give you my sincerest condolences.
For what?
I brought eclairs. Your husband wasn't able to pick up the order.
Thank you. Ignatza. He remembered. As always. Are you from the patisserie?
Kmicic sent me.
I don't really understand.
Haven't you heard about Kmicic?
I only read about him in a book by Sienkiewicz. Who are you?
I'm investigating your husband's death and those of the other victims from the station. I'm a Thaumaturge. I can help find the perpetrators of this tragedy.
Well, I would always share these eclairs with my husband. It would be a shame for them to go to waste.
She's offering.
Ignazio was very fond of thaumaturges. He met one during his time in the army, the Polish army. I'm not afraid to say it anymore.
Do you mind if I look around here a little?
Come in. I'll make tea.
Insurrectionist four-cornered cap. The cap suggests Ignacy Wisniewski took part in the January uprising. The cap is filled with the love of one's homeland, as thick as honey. The kind of love that strives to change people's fate, capable of the ultimate sacrifice. An image of the Black Madonna from the Yasna Gora Monastery. The paint, driven by the brush's bristles, winds and bleeds into new streaks. Each of them carries a memory of a prayer addressed repeatedly to the holy image. Prayers for good fortune, safety, health, and the longed-for freedom. Bicycle? Oh, no trace on bicycle. Alright, spit it out. Give me the last piece of the puzzle, you old broad.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Tell me things.
Why was he still holding on to this four-cornered cap over 40 years after the uprising fell? One visit from the Ochrana and both of you would be doing time.
He kept it hidden. I brought it here yesterday. I also have his saber and 2 bayonets.
Fight!
Ignacy never stopped fighting for Poland. He corresponded with Piłsudski.
Ooh.
These plans have fallen through already.
Were both of you believers?
Ignacy more than me. After what happened, I don't know.
If it's not too painful, I'd like you to tell me some things about your husband.
Well, we met right after the fall of the January uprising. Ignacy was hiding on my parents' estate near Warsaw. He was supposed to escape to America, but he changed his mind. And now, well...
Regina and Ignacy were a harmonious and loving couple. Regina regards her husband as a true patriot. Ignacy Wisniewski and his wife Regina are people eagerly awaiting the rebirth of a free Poland, a loving married couple separated by one unpredictable incident.
His last thought remained where he had died. I managed to read it.
Tell me, please. I'm sure it was about putting Poland back on the map of Europe, right?
Nope.
No. I don't know where the boat he'd been thinking of was, but he mentioned a summer afternoon by a peaceful
First
lake
date?
and a wreath of marigolds.
I like marigolds.
God.
And she
I always
was
plant a few
there.
more.
Beautiful, magnificent, the only one.
Thank you.
Tell Regina Wisniewski what her husband's last words were. Yellow marigolds and her.
Thank you. I'll let you be.
No. Thank you.
Alright, we'll see if that's enough, and if not, we might have to tell Zukov that we've heard from the Lachites. We shall see. Oh wait, I think I went to the wrong place. I did.
Was it a good place?
It was not the correct place.
I think there's a town named Correct Place. Either that or it could be some piece of fiction that I read.
Oh, heartburn, I hate it. I almost never get it these days, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
What's new?
I don't know. Automobile, I guess.
So this
What do you want?
actually
What about them?
They seek me.
A pathetic. I'll keep an eye.
I'll be off.
Ask her what she's doing this evening. Shit, dude, I think she's gonna be watching me. I can't remember if I did the hoop thing on this thing or if I lost it in the save.
Oop, there it is.
Did you see it? Oh no, you were just making a hoop joke.
Yeah.
I hate you. God damn it. Heck. Let's bring our old friend in. Do 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 do. God damn it. As soon as I turn it on, I run into an event. I got
dancing flag.
I got no time for no man.
Ain't got no time.
Anyone can win today. Try your luck and play.
I'm a cheat.
Don't give up, ma'am. You'll get lucky this time.
And you, sir?
Passerby,
How
indeed.
can I help you?
What's the game?
Good sir, let me explain. 3 cups, 1 shell. To find it is to win. Simple enough, right?
Except I've lost 3 times already.
I guess if you have the money.
I'd love to play. Who knows, maybe I'll have more luck.
Alright, everybody shut the fuck up, huh?
You have to wait, I'm afraid. It's the lady's turn.
Take a shot, ma'am. Fortune favors the brave.
All right, let's do it.
Come back later, sir.
I'll play. And if you cheat, I'll know.
Why don't you go, ma'am? This isn't your lucky day.
Fight! Fight!
And I will
Fight!
have a talk with you, smart Alec.
We'll teach you not to harass hard-working fiddlers. Get him!
So that was 11 out of 10, a sleight of hand scam, right? Like there's no question I didn't just destroy some poor guy's reputable business, huh?
No, the lady was the easy mark. Or the person, like, she's the assist. I forget what that's
No,
called.
the passerby's the assist,
No,
See?
the lady's there to either to lose, and then she wins one more game in front of you, so you make it look easy, and then you're the mark.
Oh, reinforcements, Good, I'm hungry,
The lady ran off to get reinforcements. Neat. You don't need a neck, my good man.
Damn,
Oh,
if he didn't
shame.
tank that like a champ, huh?
Just walk it off, my friend. Just walk it off. What's a neck ever done for you?
Neck stuff supported my brain.
That's what your flesh is for. Steel. Ever since
I probably could have done this more efficiently, but whatever.
It has disgusted me. Ugh. Bat to the face.
What does it do? Oh, cast on me, bloody death.
Wonder when that would be useful.
That'll be useful every once in a while. I feel like I already used that though.
Also, you're losing like a third of your focus this round, my friend.
That's okay. I'm gonna be stopping his attack
You're gonna be in a
and
breakdown
probably
state.
hurting his attack. No, I'm not.
Soon.
I'm only taking 2 of that because this guy's about to get his attack lost.
Okay. He can survive that, right? With, taking a mere 58 damage out of his 20 hit points.
Ah. Sorry, 3.
You didn't need that occipital lobe anyways. What did it ever do for you? Just because your eyeball sits there doesn't mean anyone else doesn't need to use it.
Oh, nifty. That's good to know. I can restore my own focus if I have to. Yeah, I might as well just stack it again. Why not? I hope the battle doesn't end before the reinforcements arrive. I need more blood.
Blood. For the blood god. I think the reinforcements will show up in the last round, I guess.
There they are. Booba!
Look at that man running.
Booba!
Yeah. His belly is what holds up his pants.
Look at that. Fine figure of something.
He's got the castle doctrine because he's showing his twin peaks.
That. I wonder if I can inflict suffering with any of these. No. Nope. Oh well. Leave me alone, Ricky! Better not say something's eluding me.
Something's eluding me.
Ah. I'll go play hoopball later. I hope I didn't do this in the wrong order again.
Have you been waiting long? I see.
I'm sure. Tell me what.
I haven't.
Let's start.
It wasn't difficult.
Not bad. And the culprit is there anything else?
Yeah.
The target of the attack was... She'd had...
So...
Where on...
Do you have any proof?
Yeah.
I saw a
In that case, I can't not write about it. You're doing fine. What else?
A veteran of the January uprising was also killed by this bomb. A Polish patriot dedicated to the cause. A Catholic.
That's not bad, but let's be honest. Given his age, how long did he have left? Is that all? You're doing fine. What else?
Izabela Lipnicka, Stefania's little daughter, is at Praga Hospital. She lost her eyesight due to the attack.
And you probably want to suggest that I not mention her in the article.
Your conscience, your choice.
You're doing fine. What else?
I renewed my contact with the socialists.
Well, well. How often?
They want to...
I like this deck. I would very much...
This is everything.
Incredible.
Incredible.
I want to see what he says if I ask him not to write about her before I tell him about the...
fair.
Thing.
Have you been waiting?
I'm a jerk.
I see.
I'm sure. Tell me what...
I'm sure.
I have...
Let's start.
It wasn't.
Not bad. Is there any...
Also, I'm not giving him the...
Izabela Lipnicka,
evidence
Stefania's
about
little
the mother.
daughter, is at Praga Hospital. She lost her eyesight due to the attack.
And you probably want to suggest...
The little girl lost her eyesight and her mother, and now she'll be branded as a traitor's daughter.
The conversation's the same.
The child has
regardless
nothing
of the order
to do
I say
with
it.
Viktor Shulsky, knight in shining armor. Unfortunately, every truth carries a price.
Yeah, I'm definitely not.
You're
giving
doing
you evidence,
fine. What else?
The target of the attack, she'd handed over.
So,
we're unlucky, but...
Do you have any proof?
Unfortunate.
You're doing fine.
A veteran.
is you're doing.
Irene,
Well,
they want to be.
I like this deck. I would very much.
This is every.
Incredible. We must.
Does your conscience bother you?
Never, if what I write is the truth.
What exactly do you intend?
I told you the truth. I want to know, or if they're.
I think that's for us.
Alright, we're back to where we were.
Fine. Let's not keep them waiting.
Lechici nie tracą czasu. Długo czekać nie kazali.
Okay. Hang on, I'm just pouring a drink.
Don't worry, I'm on my third one. I am not really able to get out of my chair without stumbling at this point.
Yeah, I feel like you're not helping with, you're not going into work again, huh?
No, but it sounds like the store is pretty quiet, so that's why I was able to hit the wine a little hard and finish off this bottle.
O, maszyna Hammonda. Dobra
To
marka.
be fair, I don't like driving even after one bottle one glass of wine. I would have walked into work. Sure, it takes 20 minutes to get there, but safer.
They did say it was gonna. They did say that he wanted to interview them in Polish, so I can't tell if it's a glitch that they're talking in Polish or just accurate.
The answer is yes.
O, maszyna Hammonda. Dobra marka.
Over here.
Finally.
So, this is the famous Kmicic, the herald of the revolution. We have a lot in common.
That remains to be seen.
And this must be Mr. Shulsky. Strange company for a socialist.
Tuh.
We didn't meet here to point out class differences.
You will be the first to bring the testimony of the Lahites to the Poles. You will be famous.
What did you want to achieve with this attack?
To sow fear in imperialistic hearts. To show what fate awaits those who betray Poland.
Is this about Stefania Lipnicka?
We want to use this interview to expose her lies, her betrayal. Let the people see her true face. She was no Pole, not a true one.
According to the Lehites, who is worthy of calling themselves a real Pole?
None.
This notion may not be subjective, but rather abstract. Would we have a place in your Poland with Mr. Shulsky?
Mr. Shulsky is too much of a Russian, and you, Kmicic, exhibit far too many Semitic traits. But we are not lunatics. We are open to those willing to assimilate.
Lipnicka's faults are not commensurate with her punishment.
Tell that to those she sent to the scaffold. I regret that we could only kill her once, while she killed many. Lipnicka's daughter will be better off in the shelter. At least now she has a chance to grow into a patriot.
And what about Ignacy Wisniewski, a veteran of the January uprising? He also died in this attack.
Mr. Wisniewski would gladly give his life for the motherland.
The choice of when to make such a sacrifice should have been Mr. Wisniewski's.
Your victims were all Poles. Doesn't that conflict with your postulations?
Please, don't twist our intentions.
What are the biggest differences between you and the socialists? Because a trusted source tells me that they have a decidedly negative view of your organization.
Socialism is our biggest difference, sir.
1 second, please. I'll be back soon.
What's going on here? This interview's over. The police!
Did I screw it up?
No, we didn't come here to arrest.
He's holding it like a gangster.
She has,
She's all, damn, it's good to be a gangster.
I want to do that again and placate him a little.
Oh, sure. Damn, it's good to be a gangster.
Oh.
So, that, and this...
We didn't meet here.
You will be the first to bring the testimony.
What did you want to...
To show what...
Is this about...
We want to use this in... She was no...
According to the Lehites, who is worthy of calling them?
This notion...
Mr. Solsky is too... But we are not lunatic.
I'll agree that traitors should receive just punishment.
Really? What about the little girl? Is she guilty of something too? Who did the 8-year-old betray?
Lipnitska's daughter will be better off in the shelter. At least...
And what about Ignacy Vishnev?
Mr. Vishnev?
Agreed. Grand idea.
From what I hear, we and...
Your victims were all...
Please, don't twist...
What are the biggest differences between...
Socialism is a... What's going on here?
It was scripted dead no matter what, so I'm gonna go ahead and go back to my original principles.
Larg.
Where's Chris?
Oh, must...
Chris.
So,
Chris.
this is the famous Kmichits. That's, and this...
I read your manifesto. If I'm bourgeois and Kmititz is a socialist, what are you?
Patriots. Real ones. You will be the first to bring the testimony.
What did you want to achieve?
To sow fear. To show what...
Is this about...
We want to... She was...
According to the
This notion...
Mr. But we are not...
Lipnitska's faults.
Tell that to those she's... Lipnitska's...
And what about Ignacy Vishnevsky, a veteran of the January...
Mr. Vishnevsky.
I might tell him they're a bunch of murderers, why not,
You're nothing more.
What's
than
the worst
a
that can
bunch of
happen, right?
murderers.
Your victims were all Poles. Doesn't that conflict with your postulations?
Please, don't twist our intentions.
What are the biggest differences between you and the
Socialism is our biggest.
I wonder who it is.
What's going on here? This interview's over.
I was knocking at the door, I just didn't hear.
No, we didn't come here to arrest you. This would be an execution.
Oh, King muted himself. I hope I wasn't yelling
with,
too loud and disturbing whatever was
But I
going
know that
on.
they'll be fishing your body from the Vistula tomorrow. You'll serve as an example to others.
What took you so long?
You set us up, you son of a Ruski bitch!
Oh yeah! Vukovac! And interrupt if he's in a, if they have, 50% chance. That sucks. Oh well, I hope it worked. I'm about to get shot.
Don't get shot, that's me.
Ow! Oh, you shot my best girl. I guess, I don't know. That's what I should have used, the one that protects me from states. I'm dumb. Ow. Ow.
Ah.
Ow. Is anybody else having trouble with this stream, or just that one person? Oh, fuck, that was a hand cannon. That dude's got a peacemaker.
The stream seems to be going fine for me.
Thought so. Lilac. Stop shooting my friend. It's mean. So very mean. He's about to bleed to death. That's good. Oh yeah. Oh, he hit somebody with damage resistance. God damn it. Krampus, give me straight.
All right, McKisser.
These gunfights are pretty, they sure
Anemic?
are something in this, universe. Yeah, anemic. Let's go with anemic. Oh! Exactly.
Big bada boom.
Sorry about running away with you all, Nell. That and the boss had a problem that I had solved.
I'm grateful and all, but why didn't you bother telling me you intended to bring the socialists here?
There was no time in all this journalistic rush.
Oh, yeah.
Can we speak outside?
Evening, Wayward Stone.
I can't stay long. The police and the military will be here soon.
They're one and the
What do you
same.
intend to do about those fanatics?
This particular Hydra needs to have only one of its heads cut off. The rest will either kill or betray each other, or hide in fear.
We'll see.
Miss Vonda, how about a brief comment for the press? The Polish press.
I promise to give you something to write about, Fagin.
Tell me, WS, in what words would you like to be described?
You won't be able to say, yeah.
Yeah, there's no way the Archronic can crack this code.
How
If the pride was too high, I'm guessing he would say, as Victor.
Who knows?
Call
Maybe
me
it's
Victor.
the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I don't think so.
Subtle. Bring the cases of Petya, the workers, and the Lechites to an end. Politically involved.
Dun, dun, dun. Have any of you ever played D&D games that are kind of like a little more off the wall?
Yes, and also define off the wall for you.
Not really.
So off the wall for me involved. It was so sometimes I was DMing a game for about 15 years, maybe 10 years, and sometimes we didn't have enough players because if there was ever 2 people missing, I wouldn't want to run. So I had a backup game. The backup game was every player controlled one head on a Hydra.
Oh. Okay. That's kind of funny.
So if there was ever any player that didn't make it out of that makeup session, just that head is missing. It was bitten off by something.
But it'll grow back next session.
It'll grow back, yeah.
That's been fun. One we played was in one campaign with our main characters. A bunch of wizards got killed, and so we played a game as all the dead wizards' familiars.
Ooh,
aww,
that sounds honestly fantastic. Was it a vengeance quest?
Brothers, the 11-hour work days are killing us. Let's follow the German example. We already read that.
Yeah, let's make them 12-hour days.
Oh yeah.
That way we can pay for all that we need.
What do you say we take 5 fellas?
Sure, we're getting kind of close to the end too, I'm thinking.
Yeah,
time, right?
we'll probably go for another 20 minutes once I get back, give or take.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh, the sun's going down, so I'm getting tired. I have a very optical sleep schedule. If it's light out, I'm awake. If it's dark out, I'm asleep. Which really sucks in winter. And in summer, I sometimes get like 4 hours of sleep. And I feel great. How are you doing, Wayward Stone? Having a good evening yourself? I know mine's going pretty good. Ooh, I'm about a third done making my garden, which is great. Although the next 2/3, I've got all my plants. I've just got to make all the containers for my plants. I've got about 30 more containers, and each container takes about half an hour to make, which sucks. But on the other hand, I only need to do it this year because next year I won't need to remake the containers. Maybe just clean them up a little bit because I got some like rough cut edges on the plastic, but yeah, other than that, they're fine. Ooh. Yeah, I haven't even started spring cleaning on my end. I've been working too much recently that it's been go boys go. They'll time your every breath. Like I don't. Part of the problem is that I'm good at being a management and I hate it. But once I'm put into a management position, I don't I can't do a shitty job at it. It sucks the ever living life out of me when like these long weeks suck.
It happens.
Yeah, yeah. I get a day off, and I'm currently planning to have a day off on June 30th.
I had a day off once, never again.
Well, I have to time it for when we don't make $10,000 a day anymore at the greenhouse, because otherwise something will go wrong. And if I can plan it I've graphed our income for this season compared to the last few seasons, and with more weight to more recent seasons, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be the tipping point where I can start taking days off, and it's going to be glorious. I'm going to be able to get my grass mowed.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm going to I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to probably do laundry of things that I don't need on a weekly basis. It's like the old laundry. I only have time to do one load of laundry a week right now, and I have to, shall we say, align my life with military precision. Ain't got no time to mess around. I have 7 to 10 hours of social activities planned for week, and I have to hit them, otherwise I start slipping on my sanity, because it's the minimum required socialization numbers, and that's just a bad state to be in. How many hours a week do you need to dedicate to your friends so you keep up your friendships as well as keep your mental health?
That's a lot of spoons.
Hey, spoons right now. I'm not using spoons right now. I'm using sporks.
You got sporks of energy?
Yeah, you gotta double time it.
You don't have time to eat a soup, huh?
Nope. Lunch? You mean a work lunch? You mean working at my computer while doing invoices? Yes. To be fair, my bosses do throw food in front of me at times, and I just eat it. So.
Well.
Yeah, hoop ball. Afternoon.
Afternoon. Are you gonna have the kids complain about working on factory jobs again?
Are your legs getting sore? Stupid question. What do you mean, Rasputin? Let's go play with these kids before they gotta go to their shift at the factory.
Yep.
I am such an entitled little shit.
Why don't you just get a better job? Why don't you just have more money, kids? You wouldn't need to work at a factory if you had money. Stop buying avocado toast and lattes for lunch.
They are spending entirely too much money on toast.
Yeah, those bootstraps, you gotta lift yourself.
Eat less bread.
Yeah. Get the cheap bread. Don't buy that expensive non-sawdust variety.
They're probably not buying Wonder Bread, I bet.
Yeah. If you only spent some time shopping around getting the good deals, you'd save some money. Oh, man.
What do you mean I can't find a location to go wait?
Have you been banned from loitering?
No.
Loitering illegal in your area? Call this number or visit this place and find out why.
Loiterers in my alley? It may be more common than you think. Let's go tell that detective that we found and killed the guy he was looking for. I'm sure he'll be I'm sure he'll be happy.
No. When I was the poorest I ever was, and I was having trouble buying food and all that. That's also the week that I made the most money per hour in my life. So we have something in here called Saskatchewan called Sarcan. It's the bottle refund place. You take your your cans and your plastic bottles, and they'll give you refund the deposit back. So I went there on a Friday afternoon before a long weekend. It was a beautiful mid-spring, almost summer day. I went there with $200 and $5 bills in my pocket. And I would buy the bags of bottles from the people waiting in line, especially targeting families with children in them that just entered the end of the line.
Because who wants to wait with kids?
Yeah, it was a noisy, loud place. The families were like, okay, we're going to get some money, and then we're going to go out for ice cream, because they didn't want to buy a daycare. The family, the dad who's following the kids would do this chore. And, everyone was just not wanting to be there. but I had nowhere better to be.
Oh, but they don't want to see how the ice cream's made,
Well, the thing is, like, they were thinking like they'd get 40, 50 bucks for their cans and then buy ice cream for the kids. But then they realized there's a 2-hour wait line, but they're already there, so they're going to stick it out and just, wait through.
But their kids aren't a big fan of that.
No, and it's loud, noisy, and everyone's getting
I don't want to go home.
hot.
Where's the ice cream? You said ice
Exactly.
cream. This isn't Dairy Queen. I want sprinkles.
So you'd go up to these people with like
talking
some of your
nonsense.
cash and say, you know what? I'll wait in line for you. I'll give you 25 bucks for your, your bottles. And they'd look at you and say, really? It's like, yeah. They'd say, make it 35. I'd say, okay, sure. You just got to be a little bit hesitant. And
By Abraham's
they give you 40, or even like everyone would underestimate what they're getting. Like sometimes people would know and you'd get ripped off a little bit.
I'd know because I'm a broke ass bitch and I know
Yeah.
how much I drink.
So over
that's
the
the way it
3
was.
hours I did it,
hear about
I made an average of $400 an hour.
Dang.
Sure,
I'm
I
at the
got my
harbor
wrist
getting
got sore just cleaning everything up, sorting it at Sarkhan. And Sarkhan just wrote me a check at the end of it rather than give me cash. But it was just like, here's your cash. And then I waited in line. I had an entire register just for myself. It was hilarious.
All right, we gotta move on.
Yep.
Fish, and half the wharf is in splinters. They said there's even bodies.
More bodies than they usually fish out of the Vistula, practically every day. They were only just writing about Povishle.
But listen to this. They're saying it's some giant did it all.
You sure?
Ooh,
Maybe I can help.
What could it be?
Recently, I've taken an interest in one of those.
Golem.
Who the fuck are
Leave
you?
us alone. Did you wander in here by mistake?
Totally.
I hope those guys outside are your relatives. Otherwise, you're paying too much for your protection. Are you scared of something?
I'm not easily frightened. I have the time spent working with your father to thank for that. You got some dirty laundry that needs cleaning, Mr. Shulsky.
I was interested in this giant you mentioned to the fishmonger.
I can't help you. Rabbis are the ones who deal with golems.
I didn't say anything about a golem.
I'm afraid I can't help you. And now, if you'd like...
You were curious how my father died. Beneath the ruins of a building in Śródmieście.
That's awful. How did it happen?
The golem.
I'm glad you're asking. A remarkable death, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's have a word about your conflict with my father.
There was no such thing. I have warm feelings for the store, and his father as well.
Why did you quit working for my father?
It was a mutual decision.
I know that you and my father parted ways in bad terms. What happened?
We both had difficult personalities, but I still remember him fondly.
You're not telling me everything.
I don't have to explain myself to you, Mr. Shulsky.
I'm leaving now, but I can tell this won't be the last time we meet.
Farewell.
An old coin worth 30 kopecks. The coin is soaked through with the irritation brought on by the failed attempt at reconciliation. How long can you keep explaining things to someone who refuses to listen? Once you've been found guilty, there's nothing that will change that. No fact or plea. Anger is all that remains. Father and Mordecai on the store's opening day. They look happy. The photograph is covered with a thick layer of regret and disappointment. Mordecai really believed in all of it, in friendship, in good intention, and in the fact that Stanislav was a good person. Unfortunately, he was wrong. All that was left of the friendship was bitterness. Doesn't sound like he wants to kill him.
Maybe he did it by accident, or one of his friends took it upon themselves as initiative.
Is there something...
Shame.
Let's talk
What a
about
rotten
your
way to
relationship
die.
with my father. A tense relationship.
Mr. Shulsky, I'll say it one more time. Stanisław and I didn't quarrel.
Liar. Your anger still lingers around the photograph of my father. You're going to find it hard to hide anything from me.
I'm not in the habit of speaking ill of the dead, Mr. Shulsky. Especially to their family. Old grudges drove us apart. Not all stains are easy to remove, especially ones on a person's honor.
And might they give you a reason to seek revenge? A motive?
I can't summon golems if that's what you're getting at.
But you know there is such a possibility.
Is that all? I need to get back to work.
I'm leaving now, but I can...
Fuck. Totally what he was gonna say. Let's go beat up his guards.
Let's.
Oh yeah, brother. Stop yelling German at me. Stop yelling German at me.
Gesundheit.
Stop.
Hansa Kampfwagen.
Gesundheit.
Tiger struggle car, huh?
Ticonderoga.
Hey yo, they got one of them ninja throwing stars on the on that table over there. Must be Chinaman.
Hello.
You said a month, 2 at most. I believed you. Then came the very first rain, and it was pouring in again. You fixed it, then the next rain. Soaked. I can't sleep because I have to keep emptying buckets. It's leaking just as badly as it was before. But the eyes of God are in every place, and they're watching.
Rabbi, when I said 2 months, you said there was one hole in the ceiling, but the whole building is in shambles here.
I can do it.
Quiet. You can seal up your daddy's barn with straw. The roof is gonna get holes because the foundations are crumbling.
So, let's go down to the basement.
Oh no, definitely not there.
What's in the basement that's so frightening?
Hashem, something down there reeks so awful that...
Come now, don't be silly. Why do you afflict me so? I know why, because you know I shall bear it. Well, sir, are you just here to listen, or have you got something to say?
Am I speaking to Rabbi Sofer?
You see, all I gotta do is mention these cellars and his name comes up.
Would Hashem let a synagogue be haunted?
Hey now, quiet.
You're too late, I'm afraid. My name is Feldman. Rabbi Sofer departed this world almost a year ago. Forgive me, I have worldly matters to attend to.
I understand, Rabbi. And if someone were to help you with these workers?
In the words of the market woman trying to tempt a Jewish man into idolatry, what harm would it do?
I understand.
Renovation of the synagogue, unruly workers. No wonder the rabbi doesn't have time to talk to me. He's got a lot on his mind. The crack runs from the ground all the way to the roof of the synagogue, from which water steadily drips. The crack in the wall hides the fear of the righteous divine punishment exacted upon those who truly deserve it. After all, things would be different if such was God's will. Someone had to have committed many sins to cause the synagogue to be in its current state. Oof. Old ladder, it's worn out, must have seen many renovations. The ladder is placed with vigor and the deep conviction that work on restoring the house of God is an honor and a good deed that will surely be noticed by the Almighty and heavenly hosts. Such work is a treasure. The roof must be leaking in more than one place. The mirror of the water reflects a thought, pure and strong like a hailstone. The house of God cannot resemble a ruin. It's not right. Something must be done about it while there's still time. The workers are pious, but their faith has led them to different conclusions. The younger one wants to renovate the temple for God's glory as fast as possible. The older one fears that restoring that which God's will has destroyed is a sin. I should make sure that the prevailing interpretation is the one that aligns with my goals.
Those pews are awfully close together, not gonna lie. And also, where are the...
They don't have to kneel, I don't think. They don't have to do head,
okay.
shoulders, knees and toes.
Yeah. That's fair. I'm just used to the ones where I grew up where you had the kneeling bench in front of them that you had to push down, push up between, every 3 minutes.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Why am I saving? I just saved 3 seconds ago.
But have you saved now?
Save God's house. It's just normal. It's just gravity. It's not God trying to destroy the place.
Back up. God helps those who help themselves.
But maybe you're right, Rabbi. Maybe Hashem is afflicting us, setting a test for us.
You heard the guy talking about Sulfur. The old man cursed this place, especially these cellars.
So I'll go on my own, and show that Hashem protects me against curses in Hashem's domain.
On your own. You can seal up your daddy's barn, right? Fine, let's go.
You've gotten the better of me again, Hashem. Your tests still surprise me, but if this is your will, I think Hashem has sent you to me. Who are you?
I'm the son of Stanisław Szulski, and I really need help.
Let's go into my office. Let's show Hashem we accept the challenge.
Yeah. Show God we ain't no pussy. Could I have gone into the basement a moment ago? I just saw the locked door and thought I wouldn't be able to go in there. Let's find out what the hell's going on in the basement.
Weird sex stuff, probably.
Oh, yeah.
It's always in the basement.
Yeah, it's locked. Fuck me. Basement, basement, basement. I've told you those are Gornish special. It can't be done. Maybe Hashem will allow it though? That's what I was trying to tell you. It's not a Catholic church, so there's not a lot of kneeling involved. So the pews can be a little bit more compact. I'm gonna listen to your music. Homilies about Simon the Mage. Homilies about Simon the Mage. Oh, he's not gonna like, When Simon's apprentices created a golem without his supervision, it refused to obey them, going about and doing as it pleased. When they wanted to destroy it by means known to them, it did not react and continued to cause them trouble. Finally, they turned to their master in shame, and he said unto them, that which was created only at its birthplace can be destroyed. And so the apprentices lured the golem where it had been created, and it crumbled to dust.
Please, tell me what problem brought you here.
Maybe, Rabbi, you could tell me something about golems.
Thaumaturge, golems belong to Kabbalah, and you're forbidden from knowing anything about them. It's a trap for a soul. There are tales of golems being summoned for revenge, or in good faith, for protection. But they all end rather badly.
Rabbi Sofer put a curse on my father. Unfortunately, it started affecting his children as well.
A curse is a serious accusation, you know. I find it hard to believe Sofer would do such a thing.
He did, though.
Do you think this has something to do with a golem?
I don't know. Did the old rabbi perhaps leave some things here? May I take a look at them?
Yes, here you are. All his books are here. I don't think I threw anything out. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Rabbi, could you tell me something about Sofer?
He was fair, but also difficult and very principled, like this city. Riots, provocations, pogroms, overpopulation. But if he's the one who inflicted the curse, he must have been a powerful thaumaturge and Kabbalist.
Who can summon a golem?
Normally, it's determined by need. The Kabbalist rabbi summons the golem himself, but other Jewish people can also entreat him to do so. In legends, the golem is a terrible punishment and a tool for meting out divine justice. But I think it's an offense against Hashem, and revenge is no justice.
How can I stop?
I kind of like this guy.
To summon
He's very
it to life,
moderate.
you write the 3 Hebrew letters spelling emes, truth, on the clay that formed it. In an attempt to stop the monster, the heroes of these legends would erase the first letter from its clay body. That leaves mes, which means death. But I don't know how much truth is in that.
Rabbi, could you help me understand something about Kabbalah?
No, and I'll say no more on the subject. I fear for your soul.
I'm afraid that I won't find anything more here. Thank you, Rabbi.
A prescription for heart-strengthening liqueur. The doctor's handwriting is hardly neat, but it radiates profound care for his companion. Letters stretch out with tenderness, wanting to ease the suffering of a friend, a special person with whom one shares the same ideals and the same mission, one meant to change the face of the world. And I think once we're done this conversation, we will...
Mordechai Hayat.
Sounds like good.
The porcelain cup. The dregs at the bottom are covered in mold. The cup has been here for a long time. The words of the plea made over a cup of tea cower near the mold. A plea to cast the golem's curse. Justice for sins committed against Mordecai and his community. Shulsky should experience the wrath of the sons of Abraham. He must suffer a just punishment.
Suffer.
Mordecai Chalat was father's friend and colleague until Stanislav did something to awake hatred in his friend. Whatever it was that pushed Mordecai to the edge, and he asked Rabbi Sofer to cast the golem curse. Unfortunately, once father died, the curse passed on to me. Thanks, Papa. I wonder if Khala has a salutor on his back.
He might.
Like an angry rage one. Bitten fountain pen. An expensive fountain pen with a bitten tip. Someone here doesn't concern themselves much with worldly possessions. The words left his throat but stopped at the bitten end of the pen and refused to march further. The rabbi wanted to confess everything, to talk about the motives that guided Stanislav's actions. But he didn't, though, in the name of the greater good.
The greater good.
The greater good.
The greater good.
Rabbi?
I'm listening.
Mordechai Chayat. Do you know that name, Rabbi?
He owns one of the laundries here in Miruf, but I admit he doesn't really come to see me. Maybe there are other things I could be of more help with.
I found a prescription belonging to the old rabbi. Was something troubling him?
He had heart problems. The local pharmacist would even bring him some kind of special medicine.
What was that pharmacist called?
Abraham Horowitz. But now his pharmacy
the
is
abandoned
sitting
pharmacy.
empty.
I went in looking for drugs.
He's dead?
Unfortunately. Some say that the socialists were involved. Others claim it was the Ochrana's doing. Let's keep talking, if you need to.
The rabbi says that Abraham Horowitz left behind an abandoned pharmacy on the edge of Moreau, as well as sadness in the hearts of the members of the community. Nevertheless, his disappearance was accompanied by strange rumors mentioning the Ochrana and the socialists, a potentially dangerous mix.
I'll be off now.
I'll pray for you.
Let's see what's going on in the basement. Anybody dead yet? No. Okay.
Nope.
Not yet.
All right.
We keeping on.
Yep. All right. So I'd say that's probably all we've got in us for the night.
Yeah.
We're all drunk and exhausted. Although Chris has all of his energy because he only had a 12-hour half day.
Exactly. Like I am good to go.
Ooh.
Yeah. I will admit, the not a single day off since April 1st
is killing you.
Yeah, I'm starting to lose it a little bit.
Ask for one.
No, the thing is, I'm the manager. I can't. I am. There is a bus number of 0.5 right now.
Dude, you guys need to close on Mondays or something.
So part of the issue is that the previous manager embezzled so much money that if we don't have a good year this year, we're fucked. And the only reason they even bothered reopening is because I'd take over the management position. This is going to be my cash cow until I retire. You have to understand. They're going to owe me so much. But I also like working at a job that doesn't just ethically make me feel like a piece of trash.
Yeah.
That does help. Website, Discord, what are the other ones?
I'm guessing podcast doesn't work.
No, I still want that one to work. I haven't fixed that one. Discord. Yeah. No, Vectron. I am getting a day off on in about 20 days, 30 days, and they are extremely grateful to me. I get free food. I get 2 meals a day at work. I get paid lunches. I'm bitching a little bit more than I should be, but the hours are long, and it is very satisfying work, which I know most people can't say. So.
Yeah. Anyway, I've been Noot.
I've been Chris.
Lonewolf.
Yes, sir.
Who have you been?
Who have I been?
Yeah, what is your name?
Well, my name has been AK Lonewolf, of course.
Oh shit, it's been AK Lonewolf, Chris, and Noot this whole time.
Damn, sons, we never introduced ourselves.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Alright, everybody have a good night. Keep your stick on the ice, all that crap, huh?
Of course, of course. You have a gooder. Bye, boys.
But I don't.